We live in a truly abundant and consumerist world. Our homes, our lives, and our very spaces are saturated with the fruits of ceaseless progress and prosperity. We've clearly mastered the art of having more, filling every corner with the tangible symbols of success. But what lies beneath the glittering surface? Is this bounty truly serving us? Or is there an unseen price tag to this affluence? Let's discuss the 9 little-known costs we pay for abundance. Number 1. Immediate pleasure, future pain. Like it or not, we live in a dopamine-fueled society. It's all about getting that quick hit of joy, whether it's from that shiny new gadget or spending hours doom-scrolling through Instagram. But let's pause and ponder. What happens when the sparkle fades? This chase for short-term pleasure can and will lead us down a path where the initial euphoria is swiftly overshadowed by the painful aftermath of our choices. For instance, consider the financial hangover from impulsive buying sprees. It's reported that the average American carries about $6,000 in credit card debt, a testament to the pursuit of instant gratification at the expense of future financial stability. And it's not just about the numbers. The emotional roller coaster of regret and stress casts a long shadow over the fleeting joy of those purchases. It's a cycle that feeds into itself, where today's pleasures become tomorrow's burdens. In the grand scheme, it's the enduring satisfaction of our choices that truly enriches our lives, far beyond the quick thrill of the new and now. Number 2. Stress and anxiety. The pursuit of the latest and greatest, fueled by glossy advertisements and social media envy, can feel like an endless race. But the million-dollar question is, what's the finish line? Studies have shown that this relentless chase can spike our stress and anxiety levels. This clouds our days with a subconscious unease we can't quite shake off. It's not just about the financial strain, it's the constant comparison, the feeling of never quite measuring up. Each new acquisition brings a fleeting high, quickly replaced by the hunger for the next, better thing. So this cycle doesn't just deplete our bank accounts, it drains our emotional reservoirs, leaving us feeling perpetually unsatisfied. Number 3. Work-life imbalance. In our quest for the latest gadgets and trendiest lifestyles, we often find ourselves tethered to our work desks longer than we'd like, sacrificing our precious me time at the altar of consumerism. It's a subtle trap. We work more to spend more, believing that this cycle will lead to happiness. And a Harvard Business School survey reveals that 94% of working professionals reported working more than 50 hours per week, with nearly half working more than 65 hours. The tragic irony here is that the possessions we toil for become mere decorations in our lives we're too busy to live. As we delve deeper into this consumerist whirlpool, we risk missing out on life's true treasures, moments with loved ones, the joy of hobbies, and even the tranquility of solitude. Remember, every extra hour at work is a sunset unseen, a laughter unheard, and a memory unmade. You shouldn't wait for retirement to live the life you're working so hard to build. Number 4. Obsolescence anxiety. It's undoubtedly a thrill unboxing a new gadget, its sleek design promising a leap into the future. But lurking beneath this excitement is a shadow, a phenomenon known as obsolescence anxiety. It's the nagging fear that today's prized possession will become tomorrow's relic. Tech companies are in a constant race to outdo each other, with new models released at a dizzying pace. This cycle not only strains our finances as we strive to keep up, but also leaves us in a perpetual state of dissatisfaction. Nowadays, the average smartphone life cycle has shrunk to a little bit over 2 years, pushing consumers into a never-ending upgrade loop. It's especially stark when you consider that they can cost hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars. This relentless push for the new not only fuels a sense of inadequacy, but also contributes to the growing e-waste crisis, with over 50 million tons generated worldwide annually, as per the United Nations. It's crucial to ask the question, is this chase for the latest worth the environmental and emotional cost it entails? Number 5. Relationship strain. We often find ourselves measuring love through the prism of material gifts, believing that a bigger, pricier present equates to a grander gesture of affection. But pause for a moment and think back to the most cherished memories with loved ones. Rarely do these memories revolve around extravagant gifts. Instead, they're about shared experiences, laughter, and the happiness of being together. Yet, The relentless pursuit of material possessions can subtly erode these precious bonds. A study by Brigham Young University found that materialism is associated with lower relationship satisfaction. The focus on acquiring more can inadvertently send a message to our loved ones that objects hold more value than moments shared together. This dynamic can lead to a chasm, where connections are marred by expectations of lavish gifts rather than the joy of simple, heartfelt gestures. It's timely to remind ourselves that true wealth lies not in the abundance of possessions, but in the richness of our relationships. Let's shift the narrative from what I can give you to how we can be together, fostering deeper, more meaningful connections that stand the test of time. Number 6. Increased debt. Earlier, we talked about the perils of swiping a credit card to pay for things we can't afford. But the allure of buy now, pay later remains a tantalizing way for many to buy those new and shiny things. And here's the rub. Unless used judiciously, it's a slippery slope into a debt pit that's tough to climb out of. There was a staggering $1.1 trillion in total credit card debt as at the end of 2023. Imagine the interest payments due on that. So while there is some short-term gratification in getting something new, it fades extremely quickly. Instead, it's replaced by the much longer-term stress of mounting bills and interest payments. It's a cycle that strains our wallets, not to mention our mental peace, leading us into a maze where each purchase adds another layer of financial burden. Breaking free requires a shift towards mindful spending, prioritizing needs over wants, and remembering that true happiness rarely comes with a price tag. Number 7. Loss of authenticity. In our quest for the trendiest and shiniest, it's easy to fall into the trap of mirroring what we see in ads or on social media, often at the cost of our true selves. It's like walking into a home that feels more like a clinical, sterile showroom rather than a reflection of the person who lives there. This is the subtle, creeping loss of authenticity that consumerism can bring. We start to choose our furnishings, gadgets, and even hobbies based not on personal joy or utility, but on what's trending. A study by the Journal of Consumer Research found that an overemphasis on material possessions can lead to a decrease in self-esteem and a sense of personal autonomy. When every purchase is a bid to keep up appearances, we risk becoming actors in our own lives, playing roles dictated by market trends. Number 8. Opportunity costs. Every dollar spent on fleeting trends or the latest tech marvel is a dollar not spent on experiences that enrich our lives or investments that secure our future. The true cost of consumerism isn't just the price tag on the items we acquire, but also what we sacrifice in the process. Consider this. Reallocating just $100 a month from non-essential purchases to an investment account with an average return could grow to a significant sum over a couple of decades. So the choice between immediate gratification and long-term well-being is stark. It's clear that the real abundance lies not in possessions, but in the freedom and experiences our resources can afford us when directed mindfully. Number 9. Environmental degradation. Every product we buy has a backstory, a tale of resources extracted, landscapes altered, and ecosystems strained. It's a hidden cost, not immediately felt in our wallets, but its long-term impact is profound. The World Bank reports that about 2.2 billion tons of solid waste was generated in 2020, a figure expected to soar to 3.9 billion by 2050. This relentless consumption not only depletes our natural reserves, but also fills our world with waste that takes centuries to decompose. From the water used in manufacturing your favorite pair of jeans to the carbon footprint of shipping goods across continents, the environmental ledger is constantly being filled. This relentless pursuit is not just emptying our pockets, but also robbing our planet of its vitality, urging us to reflect on the true cost of our consumption. We talked earlier about how consumerism can skyrocket your debt pile, and if you find yourself struggling to pay off that debt, check out this video for some strategies you can start implementing today.